Good afternoon. We'll wait for a few more people to come in, and um, I will finish up. This is the second part of our conversation on genetically modified foods. And if you missed the first part, make sure you go back and watch it, because I sort of went into the history of, when we really started consuming genetically modified foods in this country. And if you or any of your family members are experiencing some health issues, uh, it may be related to your diet. How you doing, Rhonda? All right. So Rhonda, you were here last Sunday. I'm just continuing the conversation on genetically modified foods. I got a lot of feedback from subbies, channel subscribers who said that they were interested, and that how you doing, Daniel? You're back. All right. Good to see you, Dan. So as you know, here on Roland's Reviews, now, since I'm doing an educational topic, it's a Sibert Sense Report today. I have to split the channel. But those of you, how you doing, China? All right, they're coming in now. China, all of you who are just joining, we are continuing the second part to our video on genetically modified foods. And hopefully any of you, from conversations I've had with coworkers, family, friends, hopefully some of this information will help you. If you've been experiencing some health problems, we know that when you go to a doctor, 9 times out of 10, they want to put you on drugs. How you doing, Tina? They want to put you on drugs. But if you're like me, I really prefer a holistic approach to medicine. Every drug that you take has a side effect. Now, my disclaimer is, now, if you're on drugs, your doctor has you on drugs for a health condition, please do not stop. How you doing, Jermaine? Please do not stop taking your drugs. You need to consult with your medical professional. I'm just telling you what I do, okay? So you may not be able to do what I do, all right? So we talked about the definition of genetically modified organisms, okay? And we said that those are organisms who've had their DNA altered or modified in some form or fashion. Yeah, Donna. Donna said beet juice. Yeah, and remember, Donna, the list of crops that I shared with you. Now, unless you grow your own, beets is on there as well. Everything, basically, folks, that we're eating is genetically modified. So, what are you going to do? Hey, Mo Dallas, how you doing, Mo? All right, so, what are you going to do? Hit the like button, folks, and we want to share this information with as many people as possible. I think I have some people here. Just type hello so that I will know that you're here. If you don't type anything, I won't be able to tell that you are here, okay? So we're going to continue. Now, first off and foremost, for my former students who are here, we talked about the beginning of GMOs and how everything got started. So pretty much all of the companies who are over the food and control the food that we eat, they did not start out as agricultural companies. They started out as chemical companies that they created pesticides, insecticides, herbicides. Just keep that up here for a moment, okay? So that's who is controlling all of the food that we eat. So around 1919, corn is pretty much still natural. The farmers, okay, owned the corn that they planted. Now, if you go to by the time you get to 2013, it's 95% corporation owned, because it's all genetically modified, okay? You can Google genetically modified foods, Frankenfoods, and look at some of the images. And my students have seen them all already. You can see some of the ramifications of ingesting genetically modified foods. And again, everything that we eat pretty much is genetically modified, unfortunately. So who are these agrochemical companies? My former students know numero uno is Monsanto, all right? They pretty much own all of the food that we consume. That's just where we are with that, okay? So I'm sure you've heard of BASF. All right. You've heard of DuPont. You've heard of Dow. Hi, Stephanie. How you doing? You've heard of Dow Chemical. Okay. Bayer. And again, folks, look at the history of these companies. They did not start for food production. They started as chemical companies. Okay. Those of you who are just joining. All right. So, pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, all those chemicals that are used. If you're a farmer, if you don't use chemicals, well, the pests are going to eat up most of your crop. And if you're a farmer, obviously you are in it for money. So keep that in mind. Those are, I just mentioned. How you doing, White? Yeah, how you doing, Rosalind? All right, they're all coming in now. So keep that in mind. Now, those of you who have allergies, and you may be like, what the heck is going on? Why am I, my allergies are getting worse. Now, just keep this in mind. Since the introduction of GMOs, and if you didn't see last week's video, check it out. I went into that. There's been a 400% increase in allergies. There are some people you may know, family members. It could be you yourself. Maybe you've been a person all your life, you didn't have any allergies. Now you're allergic to everything, okay? Look at the one common denominator that we all share. We all eat, all right? So there's that. Increase in drug resistance, okay? So there may be an antibiotic that you may have taken a few times and it worked. Then you may get to a point where you take it, no effect, it doesn't work. Your doctor may have to give you something stronger, okay? That's a result of all of the GMOs that we are eating. The health problems in humans, in animals. Keep this in mind. Pests become resistant as well. Those of you who've ever used an exterminator, they don't continue to use the same formula over and over again. What happens as the animals are reproducing, all right, they get to a point where if you keep using the same thing over and over, it doesn't affect them, okay? They've mutated. So if you look at all the foods, we said all the foods that we're eating is, genetically modified. What do you think is happening to your genome, your DNA? You're not staying the same. You're changing as well, okay? So the pests becoming resistant to the toxins, that's a major issue, okay? Last week, we talked about the federal agencies who are over the biotech industry, who are over all of the genetically modified foods that we're eating. So we're talking about, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. So all of these federal agencies are over the food that we're eating, okay? The environment. When I was a child, I used to see monarch butterflies everywhere. Now it's a rare occurrence. Well, why? Some researchers say it's because of all of the genetically modified crops that are grown, but also a major habitat for butterflies is milkweed. Well, we spray that with herbicides and kill that. So that's an issue. All right. If you have any questions, folks, type it in the comment section. If not, I'm going to keep on going. So honeybees, those of you who don't know, honeybees are major pollinators. If they go, folks, guess what? We're next. Okay. So honeybees are having an issue. Okay. So keep that in mind. Again, if they go, we go. Now, the EPA, and my students, this Starlink corn may sound familiar. Starlink corn was corn, genetically modified corn, that the EPA okayed for animals, but not for human consumption. Well, what do you think happened? Right. The Starlink corn wound up in the corn products that we were buying, and so we were eating it. But if the EPA or FDA says that a product is safe for animals, but not safe for humans, to me, that's kind of condescending, because if you look at it, who eats the animals? We eat the animals, so you're at least eating the residual amounts, okay? Ladybug, yes, Miss Rosalind, you don't see ladybugs the way you used to. Ladybugs are very important to the ecosystem. They eat the bad bugs, the aphids, the white flies, the bugs who eat our plants, our crops, our shrubs, our trees. We don't need for ladybugs to disappear. We need them. They're an excellent form of biological control. Good point, Ms. Ross. So anyway, researchers went to a store Now, some of you may have seen the Taco Bell taco shells in the store aisle. They did some researchers, bought some, did some research. Guess what they found? They found the Starlink corn. This happened in September of 2000, but still. They said it wasn't safe for humans to consume. And what happened? Some kind of way cross-pollination occurred. And so we wound up eating it. So instances like that is what angers the opponents of this biotechnology technology. Okay. So once they found the Starlink corn, the Taco Bell taco shells were pulled from the shelf. And there were instances that were reported to the FDA of people who had adverse reactions to that Starlink corn. All right, BT crops. My students know, you've heard of this. You look it up again if you forgot. Bacillus thuringiensis is a naturally occurring soil bacterium. Okay, and they use that and genetically added that to some crops, some corn crop example. They added that, so you have your BT corn. What happens? The corn borer, who's a major plant pest to corn. Corn borer takes a bite of the BT corn. Their stomach explodes. All right, so these are products that we're eating. All right. Have you ever seen a picture? If you haven't, Google it now. Have you ever seen a picture of someone spraying herbicides, pesticides, insecticides on the foods that we're going to eat? What are they wearing? Regular clothes? No, they are covered from head to toe. Look it up if you don't believe me. And PPE, personal protective equipment. So they're spraying all these chemicals on the food that we're going to eat. And then you wonder why we have all these health problems. Okay, let's see some comments in the comment section. Don't get quiet on me now. So human health problems. Again, I told you there's a 400% increase in allergies. So allergies is a major issue. If you know people, family, friends with allergies, type in the comment section. There's been an increase in autoimmune disorders, okay? Lupus, multiple sclerosis, I could go on. All right, where your immune system is attacking you. Reproductive issues like sterility is a major issue. In class, I shared with my students some videos, and if you want me to, I'll share the link with you, called The Seeds of Death. And it has a lot of, Donnie, you need to look up, I need to give you some information about fish as well, and particularly tilapia. Do not eat tilapia. The fish is not, depending on where, if it's, fish, if it's farmed or if it's from the ocean, it just depends on where it is from. But I can give you more information about that. Various types of cancers, there's an increase, and it's, the opponents of this type of technology, this biotechnology, say that it's because of the food that we are eating. Organ damage, other toxicities that we're experiencing, okay? And look at some of the, Donna, you said fish because we all think it's so healthy. Look at some of the fish products that you're purchasing. A lot of those products say, some say, this is a product of Taiwan. So, if we're purchasing a product from China, we don't know the health conditions of those waters, where they're retrieving, all of this fish from. Heck, we don't even know from the fish that we're getting from our country. We don't know. We don't know the pollution levels. Okay, so, what are you going to do? What are some solutions? You tell me. Please hit the like button, folks. Right, Donna? What are we going to exactly? That's the question I've been waiting to hear. What? There's nothing we can do. I tell my students, we all work. We don't have time to grow our own food. What are we going to do? So you give me a solution. I'm still trying to figure one out. I've been trying. Okay. So it's like, we've been hoodwinked and Stephanie, I've talked to you about the USDA food pyramid for years. Tina, very good. Now, I'm glad you brought that up. Tina said we need to label. Now, and you can research everything I'm telling you. The companies tell us, well, we don't want to label our product as a GMO because it will confuse the consumer, but our product is safe. Loser. Now, if you are creating a product that is safe, why are you afraid to put, if it's genetically, you said genetically modified foods are safe, Why is there a problem? Why can't you put this product is GMO? You said it was safe. So that makes me, you're a little suspect. Okay. And they've been telling us that for years. So guess what? Do I believe you or my lying eyes? All right. So that's been going on for years, and with the FDA not requiring it. Okay. Now you do see some companies, they'll have on their product non-GMO, but legally they're not required to do that. China says, I know red meat stays in the system a while. Yeah, and Donna, you got to realize the animals get vaccinations. The animals receive, you can Google this, BST, which is bovine somatotropin hormone. They give that to dairy cattle so that they produce even more milk. All the meats pretty much that we eat, they're pumped with hormones, drugs. What do? Stephanie said a lot of fish in the ocean has plastic in it, worms in it. I was looking at a documentary about that. It's not really safe. Right. Stephanie, exactly. But as Donna said, what do we do? Donna, cooking at home is definitely the safest. Go back and hit the like button for me, folks, please. A few of you have. Those of you who have not, please, you have to be signed into your Google email. But hit that like button. Make sure you share this video, with family. Let your family, friend, or foe know where they can go to get the latest information, things that they need to help them so far as their health is concerned. Okay, so please hit the like button, folks. Thank you, Stephanie. So wanted to share that with you. If you want me to share the link to the seeds of death, I can add that in the description box. Stephanie, yes, a lot of people are starting to grow their own gardens. That's a definite plus. Things we used to do. And just keep in mind, Americans are eating GMOs every day. Europe, they don't even play that with their food. They want really nothing to do with GMOs. A very small percentage of their food products are made from GMOs. China, China, cook your food thoroughly. Very excellent, statement. People need to listen to that. Don't cook microwave. It's not good. And again, I did a lot of research, not only for my class, but because I was experiencing, my eczema was really, really just raging. And, as I Googled all the foods that caused, your skin to break out, everything basically I was eating, eggs, I used to eat popcorn a lot. I had to stop. Thank you, Daniel. So the fruits I was eating nuts, peanut butter. So like Donna said, what are you going to eat? Just what? Okay. So, keep in mind, do the best you can, folks. All I can say, I tell my students all the time, do your research. That's pretty much all you can do. Okay. If you like this information, if you want me to do some more, videos on GMOs as it, and it affects on your health, let me know. That is not a problem. Okay. I will get right to it. Okay. All right. We know what time of the day it is. China says sometimes it's when you can afford. Yeah, Donna, that's another issue. If you look at people, some people in lower income communities, the food that they buy is crap, but sometimes that's all they have access to. And sometimes, again, to eat healthy, it's very expensive. It's very expensive. And now some researchers went into a store. If you look at the section of the store that says organic, we know that's supposed to be healthier. That's very expensive. Just think of someone with a family. And some researchers went into some stores and bought some products that were supposedly organic. Guess what they found, Donna? China. They found herbicides, pesticides, insecticides. So just because something says organic, you don't even know if that's telling the truth. So it's like,
whatever.
What are you going to do? All right. All right. We know what time of the day it is. If you're still here, it's time for us to do our drawing. All right. So we can see who's going to win today. If you're still here, type here and I will throw your name in the pot. Okay. All right. China is here. Who else is here? Jermaine is still here, okay. Yes, good, very good question, Tina. GMO, the seeds are patented. Yes. If I shared the video with you about Monsanto, there was a farmer who had regular seeds. So, and another farmer was growing Monsanto corn seeds. They cross-pollinated, and then Monsanto turned around and sued that man, and he had nothing to do with the seeds cross-pollinating. Okay, Daniel's here. Okay, who did I get? I don't want to miss anyone. I got Jermaine. If you're here, say here, and I will add your name to the list. All right, White, are you still here? Donna's here. Rhonda, Daniel. Oh, China, the pesticides kill plant pests, okay? Rhonda, I got you. There's your name, okay? Daniel is next. I made a new Facebook. Okay, Daniel, if you send me a friend request, I'll definitely, okay, Roz is here. Let me get Daniel, Rosalind. Who else is here? If you don't type here, I won't know that you're here, folks. Daniel, Rosalind. All right. Anyone, Stephanie, are you still here? I think I got everyone. Yeah, the issue, China, they use insecticides and pesticides to kill the plant pests that are eating the plant, and the herbicides, of course, to kill the weeds, because the weeds are competing. They're trying to get the water, the same space, the same light that the crops are trying to get. So yeah, there's that. All right, did I get everyone in the drawing? If you're here and you didn't say here, I don't know you're still here. All right, I'll start drawing if that's it. Right, you're absolutely right, Donna. All right, let's see who's going to win today. First winner. Jermaine. Next winner. Donna. All for Jermaine. One more. Rhonda. All right. Those are my three winners for the day, folks. All right. What do you guys want to talk about? I know, Donna, you're on my taxes, sweetie. I'm filing papers with the IRS for you. You're a new dependent. All right. You guys let me know what you want me to talk about next week. And I'm going to right now, you guys know I will put the money in your Cash App accounts as soon as this is okay. Yeah, you love you. See you. Okay, Donna. All right. Stephanie, yeah, okay, I got you. All right, so that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk to you about. So again, folks, let me know what you want me to talk about next week, okay? It's up to you. I leave it all up to you. Remember, when the live chat's over, just go in and leave a comment in the comment section. As soon as I see a comment, you know how I operate. Bea Richards. Oh, wow, Donna. I love her acting. Yes, I got you, Stephanie. I put your name in the pot. So you guys tell me what you want me to talk about next week. Okay. And those of you who won as well, don't forget, when this is over, you got to give YouTube about 10 minutes as they're processing the video. And then leave me a comment. I will respond and put the money in your Cash App. Okay. Thank you so much for being here today with Roland's Reviews. Well, really today, since we're doing education, Sibert Sense Report, which goal is to educate, empower, and to encourage you. Okay. So keep that in mind. All right. So thank you for spending this very valuable time. Thank you, China. Thank you for spending this very valuable time with me. And I will see you next Sunday. All right. So be safe, folks. Don't forget, leave me a comment in the comment section about, the show, if you enjoyed the show or not, and what you'd like for me to talk about next week. Okay. See you next Sunday.